Everyone alive today in the industrial world have been conditioned to expect World War III, conditioned through print media, pop culture, and ultimately a Second World War. Today's serial propaganda keeps the human mind anticipating the inevitability of a Third World War, and it now seems to be upon us. Former Soviet intelligence agent Yuri Bezmenov warned us nearly 40 years ago that America was under a sophisticated attack of communist subversion. Stage 1, demoralization, takes up to 20 years because its purpose is to demoralize an entire generation, creating an army of disenfranchised minions. An army who is then used for Stage 2, destabilization. This only lasts 3 to 5 years and is the precursor to Stage 3, crisis, system failure. This is where we are now, at the precipice, awaiting the crisis, just as the CCP is poised to invade Taiwan. Taiwan was part of China for centuries, and when the communists came to power in 1949, destroying Chinese culture, millions fled to Taiwan to preserve it. In 1971, the UN's General Assembly admitted Communist China and expelled Taiwan, taking a clear stance against the people of China. Xi Jinping plans on uniting all of China under the CCP by any means necessary. And his time is running out. His power is being challenged within the party. The CCP regularly rehearses invading Taiwan and recently released a video of it. If America were to allow the CCP to invade Taiwan, then the message is clear. The U.S. cannot protect any nation from the CCP, and Communist China becomes the world's prevailing superpower. And if we defend the people of Taiwan, it will be World War III. And who decides how America reacts? Joe Biden? Because they are so dependent upon one another, a military conflict between the U.S. and China will be devastating to both economies. But it will give the international banking community the great reset they are all pushing for, which cannot exist in a world of national sovereignty. World War I and II created massive wealth for the big banking cartel, while millions perished. War with China gives the international banking community the opportunity to destroy America's culture of freedom and usher in a world of authoritarian dominance. For those of us who have awakened, it is obvious that this world war is between the people and their own governments, and the unawakened masses will obediently go along with whatever they are told. So the only hope that we have is the awakening of the people. There are far more of us than there are of them, and the only way to avoid World War III is for the people of the world to wake up. For Infowars.com, this is Greg Reese. Thank you for watching the latest Greg Reese Report. Be sure to go to reesereport.com to see my latest videos, sign up for my free newsletter, and subscribe for exclusive content. And be sure to support my sponsor at InfoWarsStore.com. The purpose of fear is to call us into action, and there is plenty to be afraid of today. Half the population has lined up for an untested, deadly, and debilitating experimental injection because they were told to be afraid of an invisible asymptomatic disease. The perpetrators of all this have clearly stated their goal of having 80% of the population hooked up to an artificial intelligence hive mind in less than 9 years. For those of us who have awoken from the spell, we know this is all really happening, and it's unbelievably unsettling to see. But there is only 2 things to do. We continue sounding the alarm because it's a numbers game. If enough people awaken from the cult spell, then we win. But even when we win, and we eventually will, the days of convenience are soon coming to an end. And so we must prepare. Get up to a year's worth of storable foods, water filtration, survival gear, seeds, shortwave radios, and life-saving knowledge at InfoWarsStore.com.